news at the moment, and we're looking extremely busy. It's obviously the celebration of the Yamaha Music opening. We've got some very honoured guests with us, all the way from Sweden and Holland and Japan. And we've got the national sales manager for Yamaha as well. And at the moment, there's deep conversations going on with Kerry and the MP and the MP's PA. And if we turn around, we've got honoured guests that have been involved. We've got the developer as well here, who's done a marvellous job on a building that was somewhat, in use for a number of years. But has changed dramatically. Those people in Burton and surrounding areas that have actually been to the music shop in the past would hardly recognise it. Unbelievable change. Right, I happen to have here beside me Matt Price. Matt.
Hi.
Morning, or good afternoon now, isn't it?
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. You've taken a building.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about it.
Well, it was quite old when we took it on, and we've converted it into a pretty smart building.
Yeah, you've got lots of levels there. It must have been... how long have you actually been doing the job?
We've been on site for about 12 weeks.
About 12 weeks?
Yeah.
And in that time, you've transformed it from an open area.
Yeah. There was you've got the back area that was a bit like a shed, really. That's now been converted into music school, training rooms. The acoustics in that area have been upgraded. So there's been a lot of work gone on over the last 12 weeks.
And how comes that you got involved? What's your involvement in?
I had a phone call from Kerry. We'd been recommended from a consultant based in Birmingham. We'd done some work like this in the past, and I came up and met Kerry, gave her some costs, run through the project, and here we are today.
You were one. I understand you were one of the first music teachers in the centre.
That's correct.
Now, should I be rude and ask what year was that?
Oh dear.
You must have been,
1981.
1981. Well, I'm blowed. And what did you teach?
Organ and piano.
Organ and piano. And was it difficult in those days?
Oh yes, it's still just as difficult now. Yeah.
Yes, but the organs are a lot more sophisticated and a bit more modern, and so it was. My impression is when I see an organ, it's in the church, and they're great big things with pipes, and we come along.
Do it voluntary now.
You do it voluntary.
I lost my husband 6 years ago, so I just come on voluntary.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. It's just to keep me busy.
Yeah, but you enjoy it, obviously, and the fingers still work.
Oh yes.
That's good. Right, I've got a bit of a winner here. I've got Sophie. Morning, Sophie.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And look at this. Look, I tell you, have anybody got a badge to give our Sophie? It's her birthday today.
Yes.
Right, so we'll be all singing happy birthday to you very shortly, won't we?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's just a small badge. No one will.
No one will notice at all. I never noticed it whatsoever. So what's your involvement?
Well, I went to Japan last year for the IJOC because I went to EJOC last February and I performed my piece, and they invited me to go to Japan to do IJOC, which meant I was the first ever British person to do that.
Wow, that says a lot, doesn't it? So did you enjoy Japan?
Yes, I did very much.
How long did it take you to get there?
Oh, it took me about 9 hours, but
9 hours.
I survived with some ice cream.
Yeah. Did anybody go with you? Did Mum go with you?
My mum and my dad went with me.
Both went with you.
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, that must have been really. I bet you they were proud of you.
Yes.
Because I would have been very proud of you if it had been me as well.
Yeah.
But it's nice to get a young Burton person actually representing, well, Great Britain.
Yeah.
He can actually speak to our local MP. I mean, he's deep in conversation, and everybody needs to speak to our Andrew. He's quite a formidable character in the Burton area. supports loads and loads of businesses, organisations. He's so deeply involved, and of course the best thing he's known for is, because we're Burton, it's the beer. And he's a very heavy promoter of the beer, and he represents Parliament. He's the leader on the spokesman for the beer industry, and has managed to secure quite a few things for us. If I can, I will try very quickly, if I can, to interrupt him while he's in full flow. But, as I say, he's a very busy man. He's basically all over the country. He keeps promoting things. He wants to... Andrew, I'm sorry to pull you.
That's okay, Pat. I've always got time for you.
It's really good of you, but you're here today.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's really great that we've got this fantastic facility here in Burton, and brilliant that we've got the Yamaha name attached to it, and that this is going to be a flagship teaching resource for piano in the UK, and that's a really positive thing, I think.
Yeah, isn't it good that we got a coup, in the the Burton area? And I mean, you've been head doing a lot of things in the area and the district and in Staffordshire. Yeah. You've really brought a lot of things back in.
Well, I think you'll know, Pat, that when you go in this sort of job as the MP, you go around and you see a lot of music. You go to concerts and carol concerts and school events, and you realise just what a talented place Burton and Uttoxeter is. You realise just how much musical talent there is, and actually the power of music. When you go along to these concerts, they're used to raise money for charity, they bring a lot of pleasure to people. And music is a really fantastic thing. So I'm delighted that we're going to have this fantastic Yamaha facility here in Burton to spread music even wider, get more young people playing the piano and getting a passion for music. And I think that's only going to be good for them and good for the local area.
Yeah, and it's also good that you, in your capacity, your busy capacity, spend the time to come and open this event.
Well, I think the other thing, of course, Pat, is it's a business. This is going to be a thriving business, employing people in Burton. One of my number one priority is to support business and get jobs here in East Staffordshire. Just this week, I opened a brand new office complex for Clinigen on Centrum 100 that employs 150 people. Getting good quality employment is the most important thing we can do. And I have to say that since the start of the new year, everybody seems incredibly optimistic about the future. I'm talking to businesses, I'm talking to employers, and they're all saying that business is good, they're very positive about the future, and that they're investing and taking on new people, which has got to be good for the town.
Yeah, I mean, how do you see this music centre here actually developing?
Well, I was just talking to the people from Yamaha Europe, and they were saying that Burton is going to be their flagship headquarters. This is going to be something that they want to replicate across the country and across Europe. It's fantastic that we're building on the tradition of music that Eric Reynolds started here in Burton. This facility has been much loved and used by children and families throughout in Burton for years. It was it's an important piece on the cultural landscape of Burton. Everybody knows Eric Reynolds, and everybody knows what he's done for music here in the town. And so it's great that that heritage, that legacy, is being taken up now by Kerry and by Yamaha, and that it's going to go from strength to strength.
Good afternoon, Nigel.
Good afternoon, Pat.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, you must be really chuffed as nuts with this event.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. It's the culmination of lots of planning and lots of behind-the-scenes activity to try and realise that the dream really for Kerry. But it's what we've now got is a flagship Yamaha Music School in Burton, which I think will set new standards for the rest of the UK.
Surely it's a code for everybody, really, all round.
Oh, very much so, very much so. But we have over the past 5 years we've made some major changes within the network. And of course Kerry's got a lot of experience as a teacher. She runs a very successful music school anyway, but this is really now the icing on the cake, because she's now got, you know, premises of a really high standard to actually carry this project forward.
And I suppose you'll be making quite a few visits to see how it progresses.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm sure we'll also be using it as a model to actually inspire other people from other parts of the country. Yeah.
I mean, you know, Yamaha, when they're making decisions at their offices, obviously you have to put a plan forward. Why did they agree with Burton?
Well, basically because in the scheme of Yamaha courses, Burton was one of only 4 locations in the country that actually operated the junior music course. This is for 4-year-old children. And also because Kerry, with her teaching experience, she's not just a teacher, but she also trains other teachers. So it was really a no-brainer.
So it was a win-win-win situation.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good, because Yamaha have been in Burton a long time.
Oh, very much so.
Because I believe Eric Reynolds was the first guy that does.
Yeah, Eric started in the 60s, I believe. I wasn't actually working for the company at that point, but yes, and in fact, I met Eric when I joined Yamaha, probably around about the late 70s. And he converted what was his music school into a Yamaha school at that point, and the connection has been there ever since.
Yeah, and it's good to see that even though Eric has now passed on the gauntlet to Kerry, it's good to see that it's going to carry on for as many years again.
Absolutely. I mean, it's I'm sure it must be nice for Eric to see that there's a continuity from when he started his business, and now it's continuing in a slightly different form, but it's still there and still looking after lots of the local population and inspiring kids of all ages to take up music.
And you are?
Nakamura.
Yeah. And you're all the way from?
I'm actually Japanese, but I come from Germany.
Germany this morning?
Yes.
Ah, this is good. And your involvement?
I'm a manager for the pedagogical issue for the Yamaha Music School.
And you're here with the opening today?
Sorry?
You're here for the opening today?
Yes.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we wish you well, and thank you for your company today.
No problem. I'm also very pleased to participate here because one of the most important music school in Europe to be renewed. So then I'm very pleased and I'm very happy, and I would like to thank to the Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, a big congratulations from the transformation that she's achieved.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you for that.
Hello, my name is Kerry Stevenson and I'm the director of the Yamaha Music School here in Burton-on-Trent. We purchased this building in August last year, and it's gone through quite a major refurbishment, and we've been able to develop a European Centre of Excellence for Yamaha Music Schools in the building, and we're going to be able to train Yamaha's teachers in this building, and they'll travel to us from all over Europe, as well as being a Centre of Excellence for junior music course, guitar courses and drum courses, as well as ordinary keyboard and piano lessons. We've got a team of 10 teachers here who all train with Yamaha and teach using the Yamaha method, and we hope that many people in the Burton-upon-Trent area will come along and have a free taster lesson with us, and hopefully inspire children and adults to come and learn to play with us. Normally everybody has a 1 hour lesson per week, and the prices range from anywhere from £9 up to £11 per hour. The classes are run in small groups, and we find that this is really helpful for the children to be able to learn to play and keep in time with one another, to play together in ensemble, and also improve their hearing ability, as well as all of the other skills that you'd learn in a normal one-to-one lesson. One of the most special mentions today should go to our Yamaha family, and we're delighted to welcome Philippe Tifwan and Shinobu Nakamura, who've travelled from Hamburg to be with us, as well as our UK head office friends Natasha Homer, Nigel Burrows and Dave Savage. I'd like to thank you all for your support for this project. I would like to take the opportunity to express my thanks to one of our great and often unsung heroes within the music school, Samantha Powell, our music school administrator. She really is the glue that holds it all together. And in the words of the famous singer Tina Turner, she is simply the best. And last but certainly not least, our pupils. Without the support our pupils have shown from the outset, today would not have happened. The school is drawing generous compliments from its customers. Our fame is spreading, and in fact our pupils tell us that they love their lessons. Our school is building, but it will take time, and we will need all of your continued support. I'd like to thank you all for attending today, and shortly we'll be delighted to show you around the whole of the facility. But first, I'm delighted to welcome Philippe Tifwan, Director of Yamaha Music Education.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Yamaha Music Europe, it is a great honor and a great pleasure to attend the opening ceremony of the new Yamaha Music School here in Burton today.
We all know that Burton is known as the home of beer. Whether you love it or hate it, it's the home of Marmite. But I'm delighted that thanks to Yamaha's support, it's going to be the home of music. Both of you, Kerry and Matt, I know it's taken a lot of hard work and commitment and determination to get to this point. But I think it's really fitting that you've chosen to do it here. We all know, we're glad that Eric's with us, because Eric Reynolds did so much to spread music locally in Burton-upon-Trent and across Staffordshire and Derbyshire. And as a young lad, I used to play the trumpet and the cornet. And I know that music gave me a great deal. It gave me confidence and a discipline, and really helped me to grow as a young boy and a young man. And I see as an MP the power of music in my constituency. You know, I go to concerts and schools, and I see just what an amazing thing music is and what it brings to people. It raises money for charity, it gets people out of the house, it gives them something to strive for, and it just brings a huge amount of pleasure to so many people. And so I'm really delighted that Yamaha have chosen Burton-upon-Trent as this home of excellence for teaching the next generation of musicians. I know you've got a really dedicated team here, and I know that the youngsters in Burton and across the area are going to really benefit from your dedication and determination. And I think it's really fabulous that we're going to grow the next generation of musicians here in Burton. So congratulations to both of you and the whole team for what you've done. It gives me great pleasure to declare the Burton Yamaha Music School open. So once again, for the second time, these are very fancy scissors as well, aren't they? They're very small. It gives me great pleasure to declare the Burton Yamaha Music School open.
And there we have it. The official opening has been completed now, and Andrew Griffiths, the MP, and all the dignitaries have done their duties for Burton and the Music Centre. And we wish Kerry and Matt and the family of the Music Centre in Burton a really long and prosperous time in their venture.